Hi, and we are going to today, class, learn to do a plot diagram on our computer. My daughter is the assistant today. Well, she is the teacher, but I will do the voiceover. She is actually going to show us the steps to create our own plot diagram. And she has a MacBook Air, and this is what she's going to show it on. So if you use a PC, there may be some small differences, but you can still use the same keys to create your own plot diagram. So we're going to get started here. Here is a blank screen. Our first step is we are going to open up our apps and we're going into Google Slides. Before we get started showing the tutorial on how to make it, let's see an example of what we're going to make. So here is the example of what we're making. First, we're going to create a new slide. So we're going to go to the plus sign at the top, create a new slide, and every time you get started, you'll see that new symbol that says click to add title or click to add text. We want to get rid of that, and so that's the first thing we're going to do. And so we just clicked on both and deleted it, and then you have a blank slide. So we are going to create the basic plot diagram first. So we're going to go to the icon that says line. And if you notice, it's diagonal, and that is how we're going to create our line. So we have our first line here that is created, and we're just going to mimic all of the lines. Bring one out. And then we have our second. The other side of our mountain. And then our ending. So here we have the basic plot diagram. And you're probably wondering, how do we then get the text boxes? So that's our next step. You're going to go into clicking on text box, which is the square with the T inside. So we have one text box. And then we'll go up to edit. We'll do copy, and then we'll begin pasting the copy. And then we're going to fill it in the color gray, and you can choose whichever color you like to fill it in. And then we're just going to keep filling it in gray, and then we'll move it or drag it around to the place that we'd like to have it. So each time we're repeating that step, paste, copy, or copy and paste. And if you'd like to be creative, you can just draw one each time, but just for having the same size rectangle, cutting and pasting works well. And so now, here we have a plot diagram, but we're missing something. We need to include the parts to the plot diagram. So we're going to start with the beginning, or the exposition. Okay, and for each of them, we're just centering it just for a uniform look. And then we have exposition, EXPOSITION. And that is exposition. Our next one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up and center, and then we have the rising action. And so we type it in. Then we go to our center, or the top of the mountain, which is the climax. This is that part in the story where you are in suspense. Then we're going to come over, and then we have what is called the falling action, or our ring finger. And then lastly, we have the resolution. It's how it was solved, how it was resolved. So resolution. And then we can go ahead and erase ring finger because in case someone didn't know, we'll erase that part. But if you want to leave it there, you can, but we don't have to. And there you have it, your own plot diagram. And on the side, it'll show you that you have two slides and they look the same, but if you notice, one of the slides had a different lighter gray, and then that's perfectly fine for you as well. So, writers and readers, you are going to create your own plot diagram for Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing, but you can use this with any story that you read. Thank you.